Did you know that your four-legged friend chooses their sleeping spot for a reason? Have you noticed how your dog literally hunts for sunbeams in the house or loves to nap next to the radiator? This isn't just a cute habit. Behind this behavior lies a whole history of evolution and physiology of our pets. Today, we will reveal the secrets of canine comfort and learn why warm places are so attractive to our beloved pets. Perhaps after this video, you'll start noticing many more interesting details in your furry friend's behavior. Let's start with the fact that dogs are descendants of wolves who evolved in the wild, where survival directly depended on the ability to conserve heat. Despite thousands of years of domestication, many instincts have been preserved in our pets to this day. When your dog stretches out on a sunny spot on the floor or snuggles up to a warm radiator, he is following an ancient instinct of energy, conservation, and comfort. Archaeological findings show that even the earliest domesticated dogs, living more than 15,000 years ago, sought to be closer to hearths in human dwellings. This habit is literally encoded in their DNA. Interesting fact, a dog's body temperature averages between 38 and 39 degrees Celsius, which is higher than human temperature. One might think they should feel hotter than we do, but it's not that simple. Dogs lose heat much faster than humans, especially through their paw pads and nose, which have almost no insulating fat layer. Imagine constantly walking barefoot on a cold floor. That's what our pets feel. Besides, their fur, although it seems warm to us, doesn't always provide sufficient protection from the cold, especially in modern homes, with smooth tile or laminate floors that quickly conduct heat away. Have you ever wondered why some dog breeds literally don't move away from heat sources, while others seem more indifferent? The thing is that short-haired breeds such as Chihuahuas, Italian Greyhounds, or Dobermans have less natural thermal insulation. For them, a warm place is not just a pleasure, but a real necessity to maintain a comfortable body temperature. Meanwhile, northern breeds like Huskies or Samoyeds, with their thick undercoat, may be less interested in additional heat and may even prefer cool places. Research shows that small dog breeds are particularly sensitive to cold due to their greater body surface area to volume ratio. They literally cool down faster than their larger counterparts. Dogs are amazingly sensitive creatures when it comes to temperature. Their skin contains special thermoreceptors that help them accurately determine where it's warmer. These receptors evolved to help dogs' wild ancestors find safe and comfortable places to rest and sleep. When your pet discovers a warm spot, his brain receives pleasure signals, literally as if we found a cozy cafe on a cold winter day. Scientists have discovered that dogs have special neural pathways connecting the sensation of warmth with pleasure centers in the brain, which explains their obvious enjoyment of lying in the sun or near a heat source. Perhaps you've noticed that your dog especially loves to warm up by the radiator or in the sun at certain times. Elderly dogs often become real heat lovers. With age, their metabolism slows down, circulation deteriorates, and joints become more sensitive to cold. Heat not only gives them comfort, but also helps reduce joint pain, just like a heating pad helps us with bruises or sprains. Veterinarians even recommend creating special warm beds for elderly dogs, especially if the pet has been diagnosed with arthritis or other joint problems. Heat expands blood vessels, improving circulation and delivery of nutrients to ailing tissues. But did you know that the love of warmth can also be related to dogs' sleep cycle? Our four-legged friends spend between 12 and 14 hours a day sleeping, And some breeds even more. During sleep, body temperature naturally decreases, so a warm place helps the dog maintain optimal temperature and get better quality rest. It's like when we cover ourselves with a warm blanket in a cool room. Sleep becomes deeper and more pleasant. Research shows that dogs who sleep in warm places spend more time in deep sleep phase, which is critically important for body recovery and overall health. Speaking of sleep, have you noticed that dogs often dream? Twitching paws, quiet barking, or whimpering during sleep, all these signs indicate that your pet might be dreaming about chasing a rabbit or playing with other dogs. Scientists from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology found that a dog's brain during sleep works similarly to the human brain, processing and sorting information received during the day. And a warm, comfortable sleeping place contributes to longer and better quality dreams. Now let's talk about sunbathing. When your dog lies in the sun, something more than just warming up is happening. Sunlight stimulates vitamin D production in the skin, which is then absorbed when the dog licks its fur. Although dogs get most of the vitamin D they need from food, sunbathing is still beneficial for their health. In addition, natural light helps regulate circadian rhythms, the internal biological clock that determines sleep and wake cycles. Research shows that dogs who regularly get enough natural light are less susceptible to seasonal depression and behavioral problems associated with disruption of day and night patterns. Interestingly, sunlight also affects the production of serotonin, a neurotransmitter often called the happiness hormone. In dogs, as in humans, serotonin levels increase when exposed to bright light, which may explain the state of bliss we observe in our pets basking in the sun. So when your dog chooses a sunny spot to rest, he's not just warming up, he's literally charging up with good mood. Have you ever noticed that your dog changes sleeping spots throughout the day? These aren't just whims. Your pet is following the sun. Many dog owners observe how their pets move from one sunny spot to another as the sun moves across the sky. This behavior demonstrates dogs' amazing ability to track and predict the movement of heat and light sources, another legacy from their wild ancestors, for whom such navigational abilities were a matter of survival. Some particularly smart dogs even memorize the schedule of sunny spots appearing in different parts of the house and take position in advance where the sun will soon appear. Interestingly, the love of warmth can vary not only between breeds, but also between individual dogs. Some pets literally cannot get enough warmth, while others prefer more moderate temperatures. This is related to individual metabolic characteristics, fur thickness, age, and even character. Yes, a dog's temperament can influence its temperature preferences. More active and energetic dogs often generate more internal heat and may be less interested in additional sources. But calm, phlegmatic pets usually value warm resting places more. There's even an interesting theory that a dog's preferences regarding heat can tell us about its personality. Researchers from the University of Pennsylvania found a correlation between dogs' love of heat and character traits, such as attachment to the owner and sociability. Dogs that prefer to sleep near heat sources often turn out to be more human-oriented and prone to forming strong emotional bonds. Perhaps this is because, during the domestication process, humans selected animals that sought to be closer to fire, and consequently, to humans. Did you know that dogs use heat not only for comfort, but also as medicine? This is instinctive behavior. In the wild, sick or injured animals often seek sunny places because heat accelerates healing and helps fight infections. If your dog suddenly starts spending unusually long time by the radiator, this could be a signal that they're not feeling very well. Of course, there's no need to panic right away, but careful observation of changes in your pet's behavior is an important part of responsible ownership. Veterinarians note that many dogs instinctively seek heat when developing colds, digestive problems, or pain in muscles and joints. Amusingly, dogs have even developed special poses for maximum heat absorption. You've surely seen your pet stretch out to full length on a sunny spot or curl up by the radiator. In the first case, the goal is to expose maximum body area to the sun's rays, and in the second, to conserve their own heat. These poses are another legacy from their wild ancestors who adapted this way to various weather conditions. It's especially interesting to observe dogs sleeping in a group. They often arrange themselves to maximize overall thermal comfort by pressing their bellies against each other, where the fur is usually thinner. Some dog breeds have developed particularly effective heat conservation strategies. For example, Huskies and other northern breeds often sleep curled up in a tight ball with their nose tucked into their tail. This pose minimizes heat loss and protects the sensitive nose from cold. Meanwhile, Greyhounds and other thin-boned breeds with minimal subcutaneous fat often prefer to sleep pressed tightly against their owner or other dogs, using them as living heating pads. These behavioral differences reflect different evolutionary survival strategies in various climatic conditions. It's important to remember that although dogs love warmth, they tolerate overheating much worse than humans. Unlike us, they cannot sweat through their entire body surface, only through their paw pads and extended tongue. Therefore, while allowing your pet to warm up by the radiator or in the sun, always make sure they have access to a cool place and fresh water when it gets too hot for them. This is especially true for brachycephalic breeds with short muzzles, such as pugs, bulldogs, and Pekingese. Their respiratory system is less efficient at cooling the body, and they are more susceptible to heat stroke. Interestingly, dogs can associate certain places in the house with warmth, even when the heat source is no longer active. For example, your pet may continue to lie by the radiator even in summer when the heating is turned off, simply because this place is associated in their memory with comfort and safety. This shows how important a role warm places play in forming a sense of security and well-being in dogs. They create a kind of thermal map of the house, remembering where and when they can get maximum comfort. Now let's summarize. Dogs' love for warm places is a complex mix of evolutionary instincts, physiological needs, and simple pleasure. They choose radiators and sunny spots to maintain optimal body temperature, save energy, ease joint pain, get vitamin D, and simply because it feels good. The next time you see your pet blissfully basking in the sunlight or napping by the radiator, you'll know there's much more behind it than just seeking comfort. This is behavior honed by thousands of years of evolution and adaptation to life alongside humans. Understanding these behavioral characteristics of your dog can help create a more comfortable environment for them. Perhaps it's worth setting up a cozy resting place near a window where there's more sunlight, or placing a bed close to the radiator in cold weather. Some caring owners even install special safe heaters for pets, or use low-energy thermal blankets to provide their four-legged friends with additional comfort, especially for elderly dogs or breeds particularly sensitive to cold. What about your dog? Does she have a favorite warm spot in the house? Maybe she's come up with a special way to beg for a place closer to the heater. Share your stories in the comments. It's always interesting to learn about the little quirks of our four-legged friends. Perhaps your experience will help other dog owners better understand their pets and create more comfortable conditions for them. If you like this video and learned something new about your pet, don't forget to like it. It really helps the channel grow. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss new episodes about dog secrets and characteristics. And if you know someone who has also noticed this funny habit in their dog, share this video with them. Spreading knowledge about our four-legged friends helps make dogs' lives better and more comfortable around the world. Next time, we'll reveal another intriguing secret of dog behavior that will surely make you look at your pet in a new way. Remember, understanding is the key to an even stronger bond with your four-legged friend. The more we know about our dogs, the better we can take care of them and provide them with a happy, healthy life. Until we meet again in the world of canine secrets.